More to come on
His extraordinary battle to live an ordinary life. Friday.
Action News continues now with Dave Franco, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
Good morning again. It is 6 a.m. now on this Tuesday, January 31st. On Action News, the Action Cam is standing by in King of Prussia. We have been seeing flurries falling this morning. We'll have the latest on the roads all over the area.
And fire injures a woman at a Center City high-rise. Officials are now searching for a cause. And the magic is back in Los Angeles.
Well, our big story is the weather, and we have an update for you on the snow. If there are flakes falling in your neck of the woods, don't panic. You probably won't see too many more of them today. Let's go live from Route 38 in Cherry Hill. This is on the Action Cam, actually in Haverford Township. And you can see that roads appear to be fine. No snow falling at this point, and traffic is moving along at a steady clip this morning. The storm that we had expected to dump as much as 3 inches of snow overnight hasn't materialized there. Now live on the Action Cam, and this is along Route 3 again. Again, Haverford Township from a different angle. And we have clear areas again, no problems so far with traffic. We've had reporters saying that they just don't see the problems we expected except in one area of the Delaware Valley. And PennDOT, of course, had its snow plows and trucks ready to go just in case. Snow that we thought would be falling about midnight has not developed in most areas except in King of Prussia. We did see some pretty flurries flying around out there. We'll show them to you a little later. And we do have that team of reporters standing by to give you an update throughout the morning on the roads in case it does change.
And we will have a closer look at road conditions in just a moment.
All right, first we want to go outside to Dave Frankel, who's standing by with the update from AccuWeather. David?
And guys, the update from AccuWeather is we are expecting much less snow. There were two parts of this system. Neither really got fully organized, and they did not come together completely. So it looks like we're not going to get a significant snowfall out of this. The National Weather Service has posted a winter weather advisory for much of the region, for southeastern Pennsylvania and central New Jersey. So that's the lowest level of letting you know that there could be some messy weather. It will be confined to the morning hours. Here is the call from AccuWeather. Right now we have cloudy skies. You may see a shower or two. You may see a flurry or two. Showers down along the shore. 34 degrees, our present temperature. Today's exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Some very light snow possible just this morning. AccuWeather now says maybe a coating. That should be about it. Temperatures falling as colder air comes in, falling through the 30s, eventually through the 20s and down into the teens tonight. So some very cold air coming in. I have not been here for a couple of weeks, been laid low for a while, but David Murphy and Cecily Tynan both filled in. I want to thank them both. And Cecily, what's going on out there in King of Prussia
well, the snow continues. Welcome back, by the way, Dave. And it's been snowing out here for a little more than an hour, but most of it is melting as it hits the ground. Very light snow, not very big chunks, very small. Looking behind me, this is Route 202. We're on the Warner overpass, and right now traffic's moving just fine. Really just a little bit wet on the roadways. No problem so far, but we'll continue to monitor the situation. But so far, so good. Nothing like the blizzard of 96 out here at King of Prussia. I'm Cecily Tynan, live on the Action Cam. Rick?
All right, Cecily, thank you. And David Murphy is also out on the roads. He is in Haverford Township, keeping an eye on conditions there. Good morning again, David.
Good morning again, Rick. No great shakes out here on Route 3 in Haverford Township near Manoa Road. You can see traffic getting by just fine. No wet stuff on the road. Earlier we heard Cecily talking about a wet Route 202. That's not the case here. Light snow continues to fall, but as of right now, commuters going in from spots like Haverford Township, Upper Darby Township, Springfield Township, Delaware County into the city should not have any problem. David Murphy live with the Action Cam, Haverford Township.
Thank you, David and Cecily. That is our coverage of the morning rush hour and the approach of the storm to many areas. Our crews, again, including the one man in the Action Cam in Cherry Hill here, will be keeping close tabs for you on the situation. Again, no problem on Cherry Hill this morning. We will update things for you throughout the area just a little bit later.
All right, going on to other news now this morning.
Again, with the ripple of low pressure stirring things up. This will start to edge slowly to the east today. We have fog across west central Florida as you get around the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. Fort Myers is reporting zero visibility and fog around Biloxi. Then you get north of the front into the colder air in Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee, reporting some light snow here. Back up to Hopkinsville and Louisville. So we've got winter weather not far away in the south, and then it continues up to be scattered in the Ohio Valley. Snow's here very, very light. The significant news is the cold air and the freezing, frigid temperatures here through the region. There's a little of the light snow skirting through the Ohio Valley, but again, no big deal. We get to the west, we got this Arctic boundary here, the very cold air still entrained in the Pacific Northwest. We have snows in Salt Lake City, moderate to occasionally heavy, snows into Colorado, and down in Douglas, Arizona, some rain, and then the rain's bowling into central and southern California. Good and bad news. Now, as you can see, some moderate to heavier rains near San Francisco, south of San Jose, and the Monterey Peninsula. So the old Crosby clam bake going to get wet today as the action kicks off into Sacramento, and even on up into the Sierra. You're talking about some southerly winds bringing some milder temperatures, so the rain is falling up towards Blue Canyon. Southern California, LA Basin, Oxnard, light to moderate showers, pushing on into San Bernardino and Van Nuys, and it continues to lift on to the north. So again, it's going to be wet for the commute this morning on the freeways of LA, so allow some extra time. It's 49 in Los Angeles, 51 San Francisco, but notice Seattle is 23, 7 below now in Spokane, 2 below in Denver, Colorado, 22 below Minneapolis, 34 below in International Falls with a new record low. Wind chills generally 30 to 40 below zero, 36 below wind chill in Chicago, 6 below in the best location in the nation, Cleveland, Ohio, and in comparison, that's not bad. 30 in Boston, 31 now in New York, snowing both locations. Look at this, 57 in Atlanta, drops to 36 in Birmingham. Where is our front? 21 in Nashville. Very, very significant temperature contrast here. And there you see it, all back into one piece. Now let's check out your forecast, and here again is Cheryl.
Here's a weather map for later on this afternoon, and right when you thought you could probably put away those raincoats and the umbrellas, well, think again. Our pesky stalled out front remains put across the southeast. It's simply not budging. And some low pressure ripples are kind of working their way northward along the front, helping to really churn up the atmosphere, producing more rain. So this morning we're waking up to some rains around Atlanta, Athens, Macon, and Warner Robins, and more scattered showers likely will be plaguing portions of northern and central Florida for today. That front kind of vacillates back and forth. Now things are going to get rather interesting across the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast as again that low pressure impulse rides northward. It will help to bring some wintry precipitation, maybe a little bit of sleet, maybe some snowfall around the central and southern Appalachians, and more snow starts to ride northward. And because of that, snow advisories have been posted today around Boston and around New York City. There could be maybe 1 inch to 2 inches before it's all over and done with. I think the more appreciable snows, though, could be falling over sections of western Maryland and even on into extreme northern sections of Virginia, maybe as much as 3 inches of snowfall here. Still some scattered snow flurries, too, downwind of the Great Lakes, but nothing too significant is expected during the afternoon. Temperatures staying pretty chilly, too, across the area. Highs at best, upper 20s to lower 30s from Beantown through Brooklyn. Some chilly temperatures, too, right around the nation's capital. Towards the southeast, again, still seeing some very soggy conditions today. Showers with some embedded thunderstorms rolling on by. And I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a few strong ones. As Bruce was just mentioning, we've had maybe even some tornadic thunderstorms yesterday. So again, today the air mass is fairly unstable across the southeast, a really sharp temperature contrast, and that will really help to fuel some of these showers and storms. Look at that big temperature contrast. Teens and 20s across the southern plain states, but look at the nice weather in Florida. Still enjoying some 70s around Panama City, Gainesville, and Tallahassee. Warm temperatures all the way down towards the Florida Keys. And across the Midwest, quite a bit of sunshine. A little streak of snow, though, comes just south of Kansas City.
Have you tried multigrain?
meander its way from the mid-Atlantic and trailing down towards the Gulf coastal states. And with the front, we've had some showers and some embedded thunderstorms. On the north side of the front, though, in the really cold air, the snowflakes have been flying from Memphis and Jackson back over towards Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, and more scattered snows too northward towards New York City and Boston. Then we have a very complex storm system too plowing in across the west, pumping in tons of Pacific moisture, some generous rain, and some hefty snowfall for the mountains. The worst conditions, though, will be found across the east with widespread cloud cover and really some reduced visibilities from the northeast all the way down towards the Gulf. Checking out the winds at 5,000 feet. Winds are predominantly from the southwest here at 5,000 feet. At 10,000 feet, the winds are picking up from the west. And finally, at the jet stream level, really strong winds. A good tailwind from Salt Lake City through Kansas City, and those good strong tailwinds all the way over towards Washington Dulles. Stay tuned. The forecast for the rest of the week coming up.
There's something special about we're going to find wet roadways. All the freeways in L.A. will be wet. I-5 damp and occasionally moderate rain moving through, and we're seeing showery weather along I-95, Interstate 85, 75, I-10 here. So it's going to be slippery here. And later on this afternoon, might even see some strong storms. South Georgia, portions of southern South Carolina, and on into North Florida. So I-95 may be affected by a few strong thunderstorms. Snowy travel. That's what we're seeing now towards the mountains of Virginia and West Virginia up through Pennsylvania into southern New England. Again, not a heavy snow, but a couple of inches here and there. And at rush hour this morning, that could cause
the west. But first of all, in the east, our low pressure area continues to ripple northward. And it's really churning up the atmosphere, producing some frozen precipitation. We have some snow right now around Lexington and Louisville. Snowy weather, too, for Zanesville and Youngstown, Ohio. It's been snowing, too, for Pittsburgh and for Philly, up towards New York City and Boston. Snow advisories have been posted throughout the northeastern corridor of the country, as there could be maybe 1 to 2 inches of snowfall for later on tonight. Meanwhile, we'll have a wintry mix, too, developing around the Tidewater of Virginia. Rain, possibly mixing with some sleet, some freezing rain and snowfall. So traveling could be kind of tricky over portions of the
United States. That's where we're getting the more significant moisture and a little bit of snow. Not a lot here, but back up into the mountains, we're seeing a few snow flurries, and generally north of D.C. up into Pennsylvania. But rain along I-95, portions of I-20 and I-85 will be there present most of the day today. As a matter of fact, as we check out the regional radar right now, again, you can see I-95 generally looking a little wet here. Portions of I-85, scattered showers back towards Atlanta, Georgia, and I-20 from Augusta towards Atlanta, wet. And it's going to stay that way, although back towards Atlanta and Birmingham it should dry out. Now what we see here, this is a little of that light snow in the Ohio River Valley. But rainy travel in the corners today, southeast and into the southwest, with some significant rain into California. However, in the southeast we may see some strong storms this afternoon with a little more moisture and heating across South Georgia, South Carolina, into North Florida. The snowfall will diminish here in the east after lunchtime, but it'll continue across the Rockies, as will some gusty winds.